Welcome to my garden. You are watching Casual Gardening and Cooking. In today's video I want to show you how I actually utilize rainwater. Having a garden like this is a perfect excuse to actually utilize it in a good way. So over here in this part of my vegetable garden, I do have a storage tank. It's underground and it can store 3,000 liters. Now, because the tank itself is underground, fair way down, it means the water down there is very cold. Okay, it's not moving, and as we know, watering our plants with very cold water is not very good for them, and your plants, your vegetables may not like it. So the best way to actually utilize this water is to transfer it from the underground tank to a tank that's on top, that will be heated by the sun itself. It will be room temperature, if you know what I mean. It will have the temperature of the ambient, of the surrounding, and usually the sun will operate and it will heat up the water just a little bit. Now, the most efficient way to get that water out or on the top is to use some sort of an electric pump. Unfortunately, I didn't plan for that, and I don't have any electrical outlets over here to power a pump like this. Therefore, a very good solution is to buy a pump that's battery operated. The pump I've got is from a company called Einhell. It's a German company, and basically what you do, you just put the pump inside of your tank. I'm just going to pull it out so you can see how it looks like. It's not big at all, and you can keep it in your tank well until winter comes. Obviously, when winter comes, it's best to actually remove it from your tank. Now, the one I've got is for clean water, okay? So I do have filters on the way to this storage tank, so the water is more or less clean. You can get a version for dirty water as well. So yeah, that's what I've got. I've got a hose connected to it and a power lead, okay? And every spring I've put this pump in, lock the lid in place, and I don't have to do anything else with this at all until autumn. Now, from one side of the tank, just over here, I've got a small groove, small channel where that power lead from the pump comes out, and it goes to this little box. Inside there you've got a battery. In my case, it's 4 amps, and it's just a battery that is being used by the brand to power all the power tools. And I do have quite a few of them, so it was a no-brainer to go for this brand and this battery system, which works absolutely fine. And that's it. Now the battery is protected from the environment, from water, moisture, anything else, and you can leave it like this more or less all year round, apart from the winter months. Okay, you do have a on-off switch just over here. When you press that, the pump starts to operate and it takes the water to my other tank. On the other side of this tank, I do have a hose, okay, that goes from the pump itself just under there. You got the hose running across my fence, and I do have some grapevines over here. So when they actually do have leaves and, you know, the right time comes, you can't see that hose at all. But if you wanted, you know, I can put it underneath the stones and it won't be visible at all. However, as I say, in full flow, in full summertime, it's not visible at all. And as you can see, the hose just running up my tank. This tank is 360 liters, so quite a big one. And the hose goes at the top. I hope you can hear the water going in. There you go. The water is flowing and it's nearly full, so I need to switch it off. And now the water over here is heated by the sun itself, and 360 liters does actually last me for, well, that depends on the weather. If it's really scorching hot, probably about 3 or 4 days, depending on my plans and, you know, the season itself, how it all looks like. But one switch of a button and my main tank holds enough water to get me through the whole season itself. And obviously it does rain in the summer here as well, so I never run out of water. So yeah, that was my first solution to the problem I had. How to, well, in a cheaper way, utilize the rainwater to actually water my plants. And with my water tank full, I can get my watering can, fill it up and use it across my vegetable garden and my recreational garden as well. However, I didn't find this way to be particularly efficient. It all depends how big your garden is, but for me it was actually taking a significant amount of time to use a watering can to water all my raised beds and all the surrounding plants. Therefore, I've bought a second pump for this tank only. Okay, it's a little bit different from the first one I've showed you. It's more or less the same pump, but it does come with an accessory. Again, you've got the storage for the battery over here, and in here I've only do have two. Actually, it's not 2 amps, it's 1.5 amp battery, so it's actually quite tiny. Now, if you do decide to purchase a system like this or a similar one, which I'm going to leave links to this down below in the description of this video, I do suggest that you do pick bigger batteries. Okay, 4 amps will probably last you a lot longer and it will give you better performance for the pumps itself. 1.5 is definitely not enough. 2.5 should be just okay. Now, just to tell you, the 4 amp battery will last me about 3 to 4 full tanks, okay, to transfer enough water to fill 3 or 4 tanks like this, which is 370 liters, as I said, and it doesn't take that much time at all. I believe it's 2000 liters per hour, so as you can see, it doesn't take long at all. This pump with this version, I think it's exactly the same. However, what you do get is this rod, okay, and this hose at the top, flexible, so you can pull it any way you want, and you do have a locking mechanism at the top, so you know the water won't start flowing straight away immediately. You can switch it off, and when you need it you can switch it on. And yeah, the pump itself I think is more or less exactly the same. It's for clean water as well, but as I say, you do get this rod, so it's a little bit easier to, well, use it in a tank. However, it's not necessary, okay? You can just put a normal hose and it will be fine. I just wanted to have the full package and not to worry about anything. And the power lead goes just on the side over here. So I've got one hose that goes through the top that is supplying the water to the tank, and then I've got another pump that, well, I can use to water my plants. As I said, the connection to your hose is absolutely that simple. You get this quick connects and it works absolutely fine. So just plug in your hose, and in this case that's 20-meter hose. That's enough for me to go around my whole vegetable garden. And I do have a normal shower head that I've bought from Lidl. It's from Parkside, and you know, you do have few options, which I'm going to show you how the water pressure actually looks like when you use a pump like this. So let me turn on the water. So again, you've got the on-off switch on the part where the battery is. You switch that on, build up the pressure in the hose, and check that out. No issues at all. Really good pressure. Let me just swap between options so you can see it better. Look at that. Really nice and solid pressure. And there you go, guys, works absolutely fabulous. And as I say, 20-meter hose. From tank like this, I can water my whole vegetable garden in a matter of minutes, utilizing my rainwater without any issues. And there you go, that's my solution on utilizing rainwater when you don't actually have access to electricity. The battery powered pumps As you can see, they work absolutely fine, no issues at all. And as I said, the links will be down below, so you can read all about the specs and everything else, so you can check out or pick up the model that's right for you. The brand I'm using is Angel. I'm not sponsored in any way at all, so don't have to worry about that. But I just wanted to show you my way of how I do it, how I utilize my rainwater. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, hey, drop me that like button down below, and please do me a massive favor, share this video with your family and friends so more people can be exposed to my channel. And it is a brand new channel, so it would be awesome to have your support. And obviously subscribe to my channel as well for more cool videos when it comes to, well, gardening and cooking. However, don't go just yet. I've got 2 really cool playlists here with some fantastic videos on gardening and on some cooking recipes as well. But that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.